Using positive affirmations has dramatically shifted my reality in a beautiful and positive way. So today I am going to share how you can do the same. Hello beautiful beings, and welcome to my channel. On this channel I talk about topics connected to mental health and spirituality and how you can connect to your own divinity. So if that's what you are interested in, go ahead and subscribe. Before I jump straight into the topic, I just want to let you know that I have a book out called Growing Young, Mind, Body, and Soul Cohesion. If you are interested in that, the link is down below. It's on Amazon. And I am also offering coaching services. If you are interested in that, the information is also down in the description. So I have actually shared in some of my past videos how positive affirmations has changed my reality, but sometimes I still get some questions about this, so I figured I'll just create a new video to add some more on this topic. So when I had come across the concept of positive affirmations, I was so desperate to heal myself. So like I've mentioned this in different videos, when I was around the age of 19, I was sent to the hospital because I was having an anxiety attack. It was the first time I had an anxiety attack, panic attack, and there I had to speak to a psychiatrist, and I was diagnosed with PTSD and depression. Through my research about mental health, it should have been complex PTSD because I was going through trauma that was repeated, and I was going through trauma in different aspects of my life since I was a very, very young girl. And at that time I was 19, so it was like constant trauma, repeated trauma, whatnot. But anyways, that's beside the point. Okay, and at that time I was only allowed to speak to the psychiatrist for a little bit. It was a very short conversation, so she didn't even get the full picture of what was really happening. And I understand why, because sometimes, like, you know, the system, they're overloaded and they don't have so much time to like sit down and speak to you about all the problems you're going through. So, you know, you come in, they talk to you quickly, they diagnose you, and then give you a prescription and send you off on your way. That's what happened to me. After I was diagnosed, I was given prescription and I was like, no, I don't want to take this. I felt like there was a better way to heal myself, so I threw away the paper and I figured I'm gonna find another way of healing. So I was in the bookstore one day in the self-help section, and I came across this book called You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. And I was just like, okay, like I want to heal my life. So I decided to take the book, and I started to learn so many different ways of how to heal, and like that was a basic understanding of healing. And that book was a catalyst to my personal healing journey, because from there I started to read other books that helped me educate myself about my mind, body, and soul and how I could heal. So through Louise Hay, I learned the concept of positive affirmations, and from that I also, from my healing journey and learning about mind, body, and soul, I started also learning about the subconscious mind and the power of the subconscious mind. So when you are using positive affirmations, it's important to understand how the subconscious mind works, because our minds are a beautiful and powerful thing. It's very complex, and some of us don't know how it functions, right? So our minds function, our subconscious mind functions on habit and routine. So say for example, if you want to change a belief system or a mindset, right, you have to remember that through repetition and through habit, you can replace your negative belief system through positive programming. So for example, when I was using positive affirmations, I had to understand that I needed repetition to replace my negative belief systems. I started with the aspect of my life that I wanted to change, which was self-love. So that's where I started, and I focused on one thing at a time, because sometimes if you're focusing on too many things, it gets overwhelming, right? It gets confusing. So when you are going to use positive affirmations, it's probably best to just focus on one aspect at a time. So I started with self-love, and because of my understanding about how the subconscious mind works, and also from reading the book called Power of Habit. I forgot the author's name, but anyways, it's called Power of Habit. I understood how habits can be built. So I started using the positive affirmations on a daily basis. So positive affirmations, like I said, I started off with self-love. I started to listen to recordings about self-love. I started to write down positive affirmations about self-love, and I did this on a daily. I would listen to the recordings anytime I was cleaning, when I was washing dishes, if I went for a walk, when I was driving. I even was listening to it while I was sleeping, because our subconscious minds are working 24/7. And so even when you're sleeping, if you are listening to something, your subconscious mind still picks it up. So I had the understanding that my concept of self-love was all messed up, and I had those belief systems that were negative for so long, and it took so long for those programmings to develop. So this thing was not going to happen overnight. And I also understood that it wasn't going to be easy. So even when I was listening to these positive affirmations, I would have belief systems that was like, this is not going to work, this is so stupid, just quit. But you know, like I said, I was desperate for healing, so I just kept on going with it, and eventually I started to see a change. Sometimes I get asked how long I did this. To be honest, I don't remember, but what can help you with this is just understanding that it takes 21 days to build a habit and 90 days to create a lifestyle. So you could use that rule of thumb. Sometimes you might need less than 90 days, or like you don't have to do it all 90 days of listening to positive affirmations if you are able to pick up this programming quicker. Maybe you might need more than 90 days, because remember, sometimes our negative programmings have been running in our mind for years, right? So it might take you more than 90 days. Everyone's journey is going to look a little bit different, and you don't have to constantly for the rest of your life listen to positive affirmations. It's the fact that you're reprogramming the subconscious mind. So I use those positive affirmations for self-love until I felt comfortable enough to know that I had reprogrammed my negative belief systems about love and self-love with the positive ones, and I started to depend on my own programmings to feel I was okay. And then from there I went to a different aspect. For example, confidence. I remember using positive affirmation for confidence and self-esteem. I used it for health and different aspects. So yeah, some people say that this positive affirmations don't really work for them. I don't know. Like I said, everyone's journey is different, but for me, they definitely have been helpful. So yes, I just wanted to share this because like I mentioned, I get questions about it. So I really hope that this video was helpful. And if it was, I would love if you can share it and give it a thumbs up. And if you have any stories about positive affirmations or how positive affirmations have helped you, I would love to hear. So I guess until next time, peace and love.